Imagine waking up every day with a sense of calm, knowing that your finances are on the right track and your life feels lighter and more in control. Sounds nice, right? In this video, I'm sharing 20 simple habits that did just that for me. Help me build wealth while creating more peace and balance in my daily life. And guess what? These are things anyone can do, starting today. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by money or stressed about not getting ahead, you're in the right place. By the end of this video, you'll have practical habits to not only boost your finances, also reduce stress and make life feel a little more prosperous and a whole lot easier. When we think of financial success, it's easy to imagine someone making huge, bold moves. The truth? The small, consistent actions that win the game. Think about it like this. Instead of waiting for a big break, you're creating tiny victories every day. Maybe it's setting aside just $5 a week, or reading a chapter of a finance book before bed. These small habits stack up over time, quietly working in the background to bring big results. It's not about how fast you go. It's about staying the course. The beauty of consistency is that it's doable for everyone. You don't need to be rich or have everything figured out to start. It's about finding the tiny actions that fit into your life and repeating them, even when it feels boring or slow. The magic happens over time, and that's what many people miss. They chase excitement, but what truly matters is showing up every day, even if it's just a small effort. This mindset shift can lead to massive change in the long run. Now, if you're wondering how this works in real life, let's look at an example. Saving. Instead of trying to save huge amounts once in a while, setting up an automatic transfer of even a small percentage of your income can make all the difference. Over time, you'll barely notice the money leaving your account, but the savings will add up. It's this approach that makes a real difference, not the occasional big deposit. Consistency creates stability, and that's key. Financial growth. Curious about the next step in this journey? Stick around because we're about to dive into a simple yet powerful habit that could shift your entire mindset toward abundance. Gratitude. When it comes to saving and investing, the biggest hurdle is often making decisions in the moment. That's where automation steps in as your secret weapon. By setting up automatic transfers to your savings or investment accounts, you take out the need for constant decision-making. This approach removes the temptation to spend that money and guarantees that you're building wealth consistently, without any extra effort. It's like putting your financial future on autopilot. The beauty of automated savings is that it happens behind the scenes. Once you set it up, you won't even notice the money leaving your account, but you'll definitely notice how quickly your savings grow. One of the easiest ways to ensure that your financial goals stay on track, no matter what distractions come your way. You're not relying on willpower. You've created a system that works for you. Now, let's talk about investing. Automating your investments is just as powerful. Whether it's contributing to a retirement fund, buying into index funds, or investing in stocks, setting up automatic contributions means you're consistently growing your wealth. You don't have to worry about market timing or whether you're saving enough. Over time, the compound interest starts to kick in, and suddenly, your money is making more money. It's a long-term play, pays off big. Curious how to make your days more productive so you can focus on what really matters? Up next is a technique called time management via batching, which can help you get more done in less time. Time is one of our most valuable resources, and managing it wisely can make a massive difference in both productivity and stress levels. That's where batching comes in. Instead of jumping from one task to another, batching means grouping similar tasks together so you can tackle them in one focused session. This cuts down on distractions and mental fatigue, allowing you to get more done in less time. Whether it's answering emails, paying bills, or running errands, batching helps streamline your day. One of the biggest benefits of batching is that it minimizes something called task switching cost. Every time you shift focus from one task to another, your brain needs a moment to catch up, which slows you down and drains energy. By grouping similar tasks, you keep your focus locked in, which boosts both productivity and efficiency. It's a small tweak with a huge impact, especially if you're juggling work, personal projects, and financial goals. Practical example of batching in action? Let's say you need to deal with bills, budget updates, and checking your investments. Instead of doing these things throughout the week, set aside one dedicated hour to handle all financial tasks at once. This focused time lets you dive deeper into each task without the distraction of unrelated chores pulling you away. Plus, it gives you peace of mind knowing that you're staying on top of your financial life. Up next, we'll look at another technique to boost productivity and kill procrastination. Tackling the most difficult tasks first thing in the morning. Get ready to learn about the powerful habit of eat the frog. We all have that one task that feels intimidating, the one we dread tackling. Eat the frog is a simple productivity hack that says you should handle that task first thing in the morning. Why? Because once it's done, everything else on your to-do list feels way easier. It gives you a sense of accomplishment right from the start and helps reduce procrastination. It's like ripping off the Band-Aid, quick, effective, and you feel better afterward. This habit works because it takes advantage of your peak energy levels. In the morning, your willpower and focus are at their strongest, so it's the perfect time to tackle whatever's most difficult. Whether it's a big project at work, a tough financial decision, or a personal challenge, getting it out of the way early frees up your mental space for the rest of the day. You're no longer carrying that stress in the back of your mind, which allows you to be more productive and relaxed. If you're wondering how to implement this, start by identifying your frog the night before. Write it down as the first thing on your to-do list. That way, when you wake up, there's no question about what you should focus on. And here's the kicker. Once you've handled that difficult task, the rest of the day feels smoother. You'll be riding a wave of momentum, and knocking out other tasks will feel like a breeze in comparison. Next, let's explore how setting written financial goals can dramatically increase your chances of achieving financial success. You'll be surprised how something so simple can be so powerful. One of the simplest yet most powerful habits for financial success is writing down your goals. It's been proven that people who physically write out their goals are 42% more likely to achieve them. There's something about putting pen to paper that turns a vague idea into a concrete plan. Whether it's saving a certain amount by the end of the year or paying off a debt, having clear, written goals keeps you focused and accountable. Writing your financial goals also gives you clarity. Instead of just saying, "I want to save more money," you're setting a specific target. Like, I will save $5,000 this year by setting aside $400 per month. This specificity turns an abstract idea into an actionable plan. Plus, once your goals are in front of you, they're harder to ignore. You're constantly reminded of where you want to go, which helps you stay on track, even when distractions pop up. Another great strategy? Break your goals into smaller milestones. Let's say your goal is to save $20,000 for a down payment on a house. Instead of focusing on the big number, set smaller goals, saving $5,000 every few months. This keeps you motivated as you celebrate small wins along the way. Plus, it's a great way to measure your progress and make adjustments if needed. Ready to make better use of your online time? Up next, we'll dive into intentional use of social media and how it can help you grow personally and financially. We've all been there, scrolling mindlessly through social media, only to look up and realize hours have passed. But here's the thing, social media doesn't have to be a time waster. With a little intention, it can actually become a powerful tool for networking, learning, and personal growth. Key is to use it with purpose. Instead of zoning out, approach it with a goal, whether that's connecting with like-minded people, learning something new, or even promoting your own projects. Setting boundaries is a huge part of using social media intentionally. It's easy to fall into the trap of endless scrolling, but setting time limits can help you stay productive. For example, give yourself a 15-minute window in the morning and evening to check updates, respond to messages, or engage with useful content. Anything beyond that risks becoming a distraction, pulling you away from the things that really matter, like your financial goals and personal development. One of the best ways to make social media work for you is by curating your feed. Follow people who inspire you, teach valuable lessons, or share opportunities. Whether it's finance experts, motivational speakers, or entrepreneurs, filling your feed with positive educational content can keep you on track. And if you ever find yourself comparing your life to others in a negative way, take a step back. Remember, social media is a highlight reel. It's important to focus on your own journey. Next up, we'll explore another habit of the wealthy: delegating tasks. It's all about valuing your time and focusing on high-impact activities. One habit that often separates the wealthy from everyone else is their understanding of time's value. They know that their time is a limited resource and that it should be spent on activities that generate the most value. That's where delegation comes in. Delegating low-value tasks, grocery shopping, cleaning, or assembling furniture, frees up time to focus on more important things: growing your business, investing, or improving your skills. It might feel strange at first, especially if you're used to doing everything yourself. But delegating is an investment in your productivity and mental well-being. Think of it this way. If you're spending 2 hours doing a task that you could pay someone else to do, you're not just saving time, you're giving yourself the space to work on higher-level goals that can increase your income or improve your life in the long run. It's about shifting from a do-it-all mindset to a focus on what matters approach. Of course, not everything can be delegated, and that's okay. The key is identifying which tasks are worth your time and which ones can be handled by someone else. For example, hiring a virtual assistant for administrative tasks or using a grocery delivery service might cost money, but the time you save can be used to work on personal development, learning new skills, or even taking a well-deserved break to recharge. Now that you're starting to reclaim your time, the next step is avoiding burnout and mental fatigue. Up next, we'll discuss limiting decision fatigue, a strategy that will help you preserve energy for the things that really matter. Ever feel mentally exhausted by the end of the day, even if you haven't done anything particularly draining? That's decision fatigue at work. Every decision you make throughout the day, no matter how small, chips away at your mental energy. Eventually, it can lead to burnout, procrastination, or poor choices. The good news? You can avoid this by simplifying your daily decisions, automating routines, and conserving brain power for what really matters. One of the easiest ways to limit decision fatigue is by creating routines. For example, plan your meals for the week or set a daily schedule for exercise. The less you have to think about these everyday choices, the more mental energy you'll save for important decisions, like financial planning or career growth. Steve Jobs was famous for wearing the same outfit every day, not because he lacked style, because it was one less decision to make. The same principle applies to any routine task in your life. Automation is another powerful tool for reducing decision fatigue. Automating bill payments, savings transfers, and even recurring purchases helps ensure important tasks are taken care of without you having to lift a finger. By handling these details in advance, you free up mental space for more meaningful work and avoid the stress of forgetting small tasks. It's all about making your day run smoother so you can focus on the big picture. Up next, let's talk about a fun way to maximize your downtime: learning while doing chores. You'll be surprised how much knowledge you can absorb during everyday activity. We all have those everyday tasks, cleaning, cooking, commuting, that can feel like time wasted. But what if you could turn these moments into opportunities for personal growth? Enter the concept of learning while doing chores. By listening to audiobooks, podcasts, or even motivational speeches while handling mundane tasks, you can absorb valuable knowledge without needing to carve out extra time in your schedule. It's a simple hack that turns downtime into productive time. Think about it. Instead of letting your mind wander while washing dishes or folding laundry, you could be listening to an audiobook on personal finance, stoicism, or self-improvement. This habit helps you make the most of every moment and keeps you in a mindset of constant growth. Whether it's learning about Nietzsche's philosophy or tips on digital minimalism, there's endless knowledge to be gained, all while going about your daily routine. One of the best things about this habit is its flexibility. You can tailor it to your personal interests or goals. Want to improve your social skills? Find a podcast that offers practical tips. Looking to boost your financial literacy? Tune into an audiobook about investment strategies. It's like having a personal mentor or teacher in your ear, guiding you through life's challenges while you tick off your to-do list. Ready to learn more about building wealth and managing time like a pro? Keep an eye out for our next video, or dive deeper into topics like dopamine fasting or essentialism. Continue your personal development journey.